Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwoodFM. I am Ed. Today we're continuing with Woking in my USM2 playthrough. It's episode 5, so hold on to your hats. We've got some FA Cup action, I think. So the first 4 actual Woking series episodes should have dropped by now. I am recording on the day that the second one has just come out, so I don't know the feedback on that. Quite a lot of views on the first video, and as well as the series sort of introduction overview type thing for the game itself. Obviously, if you have enjoyed the series so far, you're looking forward to the remainder of it. It's going to be out for a few weeks. We might carry it on a little bit beyond that, but we'll see. Please do smash a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, helps the channel out. Please do give me some feedback as well. Looking to just get as many people on board as possible, because it's a great game. I think it deserves a bit more love. But today we have a number of games. Obviously, you're aware that we're not winning a lot. We're not losing a lot. We're drawing tons, though. It's crazy. But we are through to what I think is the third round of the FA Cup. We've got a few league games before that, and I guess we'll see if we carry on 0-0ing everyone. We might have the FA Cup replay as well. But the point of me playing this series is that there's not a huge amount of editing, so here we go. Today we are playing Gateshead. They are attacking 4-5-1 long ball, which is really interesting. So I think we'll actually go normal 4-4-2 short passing, just because I mean I've not seen like a long ball attacking formation before. I don't know how to say it. We'll leave everything as is. We've just changed that, and we'll see how we get on. There you go, referee there. I don't know if you saw it. Jay Winter, I assume, is Jeff Winter, and someone named Robson already has a broken ankle, which I don't think is our player. But honestly, because we've got a load of players that don't actually exist already in my first season, it's hard to know who their names are. We've got a few players who I recognise. So Bart Williams is one of them. Gateshead go 1-0 up, which is a problem, so maybe we need to push on a little bit more. Maybe I should try to grind out the 0-0. I think we've seen enough 0-0s though. I think we need to start going for things a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to do that now. We're just going to see if we can. I think long ball might be the way forward with the pitch how it is. We'll do that. We don't have a captain. Why don't we have a captain? But go attacking long ball 4-4-2 and see if we can cause some damage in the final few seconds. But there you go, first game back for a few days, and we lose, and we were beaten quite easy by the looks of things. In terms of the table at the moment, we are 17th. We're not far off the bottom. 4 losses in 17 games isn't too bad, but 11 draws. To only score 5 goals in 17 is horrific as well. I'm sure I will get some grief from that from the chairman and the newspaper. Excuse for grub at half time yesterday. Again, I don't notice these things. I'm the manager. I'm not the bloody queue keeper, or whatever you want to call them. Anyway, who are we playing next? Playing Kettering Town, who in real life appointed Gaza at one point, didn't they? Quite big name in the non-league. I think they have been into the league before, but not recently. They're playing a 4-4-2 attacking long ball. We're just gonna, I don't want to say the phrase because it'll be swearing. I don't really like swearing too much, especially on this channel. I'm family friendly, but you will see some swearing occasionally, or hear some swearing, sorry, but yeah, please do remind me if I'm doing that, because I shouldn't really. We'll say turd house tactics, so we're going defensive. D. Ellery is the ref for this one. Let's just see if we can hold out some more draw. I don't mind 0-0s personally. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Defensive isn't going to work now, is it? I'm going to go long ball. I don't know if wet's meant to be. I assume certain pitch conditions are more conducive to different styles of play. So like when it's a bare, you'd think that passing football won't really work. Wet, I think it could be a mix, because if it's like, oh, Kimball's just torn his ligaments or something. What's he done? Kimball. Yeah, he's on 66 now for fitness. Let's drop him off. It seems like people don't actually reduce in fitness through the game unless they get an injury. We'll also take off Reed for Poborski, brother of Carroll. I'll say that every time, which is refreshing, considering FM is just all about the fitness, basically. But that's now 2 losses in a row. We didn't look like we really showed up for that one at all, which is a problem. Kettering Town win 1-0. Yeah. We are starting to struggle a little bit now. European match, so no football. Bath City, more non-league. Royalty here, second defensive passing. I think we're gonna go for a normal passing. I was going to go long ball. We'll go normal passing. Sorry, I do just think sometimes and don't say anything. Kimball is out for a few weeks, so we're going to have to drop him off of the pitch. Yeah, everyone's fitness is struggling a little bit, actually. But we do have some options slowly coming back to fitness who aren't even on the bench yet. They're very slow, though. It's crazy how slow it is. And do I hire another coach? I don't think I'm going to. I have had a look online, so something I will be doing is... I'm sure there are millions of videos out there, but just in case anyone does want to play this, I'll be doing a how to install... Oh great, we've got a broken ankle. Dimitri Scott, one of our better defenders, has broken his ankle, so Nicholas Stamps comes on for him. Yeah, a video on how to install DOSBox and how to get games like this working. It's nothing too fancy, it won't be a fancy video. I'm definitely not the pro at this kind of stuff, so hopefully it'll be like an everyman's look at it and how to do it. This game is full of fouls, it's horrific. But yeah, also then I'll be doing a separate video probably on USM. I've already done like an overview / guide, which actually got a few dislikes. I don't mind the dislikes, I just wish people give me a reason. But possibly people have gone in trying to find like hints and tips, and that's something I can't really provide at this point, but I have looked online, and there are obviously like glitches and cheats for it, so I'll be revealing those things in a different video, but I don't want to use them during my regular playthrough. Bath City scoring a penalty in the last minute of the game. 3 losses on the bounce. I've lost my magic touch. I've turned it off, I've turned it back on. The luck modifier's changed, as I'd say in Football Manager. And we are struggling quite badly. We're now in 20th place. The losses are starting to rack up, which is a problem. We need to do something about this. We don't really have many players, this is the problem. I assume there aren't any youth players hanging around. So we'll have a look in a second. Right, Russian Diamonds are next. So let's look at the transfer list and see what's on there. I'm sure I could filter it more than this, but I don't really have the patience to go and click a button. Maybe we should be playing slightly better players. But the sort of players we could afford anyway, that aren't, obviously none of these are youth players, the sort of players we could afford, they're terrible, so what's the point? We've upgraded a lot of sort of the ground and stuff like that, hoping that it'll get us some money in. So we're sort of speculating to accumulate. We might end up having to get a bit of a loan, which is a problem. Right, Russian Diamonds, 3-5-2, long ball defensive using the offside trap. So we don't want to push up too high here, really. We want to stay passing. I think we're just going to go for this again. We'll see who's fit, who's not fit. Oh, dearie me, Dimitri Scott is injured. This is a problem. We're starting to run out of players somewhat now. Ken Smith is nearly back, so we'll shove him on the bench. Russian Diamonds, so this is muddy, so this makes me wonder if we should just go long ball. Or maybe it's just more conducive to injuries, I don't know. This game is terrifying me because I don't really know, I don't know how to do anything. Maybe having older heads in the team would have made more sense. Maybe people perform better when they're older, just like Football Manager. Because I did notice when I was selling some of the older guys, it did say a mature head on the pitch. So I assume it has some kind of impact, which will explain why we're drawing a lot of games and starting to lose rather than anything else. There's been a red card and someone got a groin strain. Right, so Russian Diamonds are down to 10. And Richard Parkin picked up a bit of a knock, so we're going to bring on Ian Whitney for him. But seeing as they're down to 10, I think we go for this. Or can we go... What do we do? 4-3-3? Proper FM. Wait, let's not bring on Ian Whitney. I'm just I'm not even saying the words now. Try and get the match engine in our favour. Yeah, we'll go 4-3-3. We'll go attacking... and we're on passing, so that's fine. We'll just see if we can force a result in the last few minutes of the game. Doesn't look like it though, does it? Oh, we had a shot right in the last second there. No shots on target though, and the attendance is starting to drop down as well, which is not what we needed coming into... I mean, we've now got, hopefully, the stadium. Yeah, the stadium is now done. So that's up to 4,000 seats, but we're playing away and we're not even filling out the 2,000 we had anymore, which is a problem. Is Richard Parkin actually injured? Yeah, Richard Parkin, Scott and Kimball all injured. We're having a nightmare here. someone's got to give me some ideas on tactics. So we can't play much apart from a 4-4-2. I mean, I could bring in some of the older and better players. I actually might do that now and just see if it makes a difference. Say older, that guy. The guy's 22. We'll bring in a 28-year-old as well. Tell you what, Kevin Brown can come in. Actually, we might as well bring Ken Smith in because he's almost back to fitness and he's young and we prefer that. That sounds really weird. Right, anyway, Hednesford Town, who I don't think are really around too much anymore. 4-2-4 passing defensive. So we're going to go 4-4-2 attacking passing. We'll see how it's looking in the match engine a little bit. I say match engine in the game. And we'll see if we need to change anything. I assume it's just going to be a big old midfield battle. Maybe we should be going for things more. I guess in the time it takes, are we more likely to lose 2 games and win 1? Are we as likely to do that as we are to just draw 3 games on the bounce? Quite possibly. So it might just be worth attacking. We'll see if this game sort of gives us any kind of indication. And there's another injury. It's injury city at the moment. This is terrible. Who's got something now? Andrew Port, centre back. Not ideal. He's our best centre back as well. So sub comes on, but 0-0. At least we looked a lot better in that game. I reckon we stick with this and just keep an eye on the guys who are injured and hope that people come back soon because we are starting to struggle. Let's check the bank. I assume we're almost out of money. Actually, we got 23 in the current account and we got 22 in the deposit account. So it's not everything's not lost yet. But this is the game against Grimsby Town, who now are terrible. Oh well, no, they're in League 2 now, aren't they? In real life, but in this one, they're in the equivalent of the Championship, so Division 1, as I know it. I'm that old. 15th. Craig Shakespeare is playing for them. Wow. Darren Rack is a name that's familiar as well. Anyone else there that I'm aware of? Steve Bruce. Can't believe I've missed him. Steve Bruce. Wow. Some real classic names. Gary Childs as well. Right, so they're playing a 4-4-2 normal passing. So I think what can you do here apart from just try and get to the second leg? We've got so many injury issues. It's ridiculous. So Port is dying. So we're going to bring on the older guy, Kevin Brown, for him. Apart from that, what else can you do, really? We're struggling. So team talk, we're going to go defensive, long ball. Hopefully their hard tackling will just cause them to get sent off. I'm not expecting anything from this. I don't know why I didn't bother checking any of the attributes of the players, but I'm not expecting anything, that's why. But if we can just hold out a little bit, then I'll be proud of the lads. We seem to be doing all right though. It looks like a game that's. Oh no, they're really starting to hit us now. I was going to say it's being played in the middle third of the pitch, and they scored just before half time. It's a killer. It's an absolute killer. 47th minute. So do we open up? I don't think we have much of a choice. It looked like we had a couple of chances early. Oh my god, we've equalised. What do I do? Do I shove on another defender? Oh my word, yellow card. Do I try and just shut up shop completely? What do you do? Check the fitness of the players. We'll send on some fresh legs and just try and see this out. Stephen Orford, no, you're fine for fitness, aren't you? Richard Parkin is dying. Is that someone I just brought him on? He can't even do it. Tell you what. Nicholas Stamps can come on and we're going to go 5-3-2 and just see if we can hold out. I know this is probably unnecessary, but I just want to be sure here. Right. Come on, hold out. A few more minutes. Yes. Yes. 2 shots, 1 on target, and we take Grimsby to an FA Cup replay, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's coming up very soon as well. I did want these episodes to be quite quick, but I think we're gonna go through to that one and just see what we can do in this episode. And then I'm probably gonna start instant resulting towards the end of the season once we're out of the cup, which I assume is going to be very shortly. But none of our players who have been injured are anywhere near coming back, which is horrific, absolutely horrific. Crawshaw is doing terribly. Everyone's doing terribly. Richard Parkin on the bench is doing terribly. We don't have any options here, do we? Ian Whitney, Yeah, just general fitness of the squad is horrible. So Macclesfield Town are 21st. I think we need to be going for the win here. I'm going to switch it up. We're going to go attacking long ball, and we are going to have a good go on them. Ooh, and just see how we get on. We need to start taking to the teams that are below us in the league. I mean, we're terrible, but if a team is slightly more terrible, then surely we've at least got a chance if we go attacking, right? I've never, like, even in like Football Manager these days, I feel a lot more tactically able than in this game. I just feel like I've literally got no idea what to do with the team in this instance. I guess I could set up a load of individual moves and stuff like that and see if that helps, but I'm just not sure. We're just not very good, which is entirely my fault in fairness. A 0-0, we created a lot but didn't score, so I'm actually quite happy with that. Woking stuck in mid-table mud. I mean, we're 20th. Is that mid-table? Is 20th really mid-table? Not really. It's second or third last, sorry. We're joint second last. A win, though, could take us up to 16th in the league, but that's not what we're looking at right now. We're looking at this Grimsby game. 4-4-2 passing. Yeah, we're just going to do the same we did last time out. So we'll switch it up. We'll go to defensive long ball and check the fitness of the players. There's a few struggling as always, which is horrible. But what else can you do? Dimitri Scott is still injured. Carl Kimball is lacking in fitness. A lot of players just lacking in fitness, really. I could bring on the 48 passing rated guy at the bottom would be our joint best midfielder, but he's 33, so let's not. I might have to, actually, I'm going to shove him on the transfer list because we're actually going to get money for him if we do that. Let's try and set it for a bit higher because we need money, quite frankly. Anyone else who I've got that I'm not actually playing at all? These keepers I'm not, but they're not really. I mean, I guess we'll see how they develop over the summer before we choose to sell them. Everyone else, the older guys, are sort of in and around the starting lineup, so we will leave it at that for now. Check all the coaches. There's a specific keeping coach, but he wants a lot of money, so we're going to have to leave that for now. We'll see if we can sell that guy, and if it brings in money, then we will get the keeping coach because we'll pay for it. Right, Grimsby. So our defensive 4-4-2 long ball just to try and see out the game while they're on a 4-4-2 with normal passing. Obviously this goes to penalties if it's a draw. State of the pitch is good, which worries me, and that's exactly why, because Grimsby are a better team than us. So I thought this last time, but I genuinely think this is probably the end of the tie. At 1-0 down away from home, we could be in severe danger of dropping out the FA Cup. We'll leave it and tell you what we're going to make changes now. Tactical changes. What can we do? What can we do? How about a 4-2-4 formation, which is what I would normally play in like Football Manager anyway, to be completely honest. I think that's probably what we're going to do. We'll bring off Aidan Kilner for Stephen Crawshaw. Apart from that, I think we'll leave an actual midfielder on the other wing and hope that it's not going to impact him too much. We need to go attacking, don't we? We'll go short passing and attacking and offside trap and just try and force them up the pitch, which isn't working. They're all over us. That has not worked. Unless we score now, which we don't. We're out the FA Cup. Oh, there's one among your fans at the moment. What would you like to say to them? Give us some support, give us a chance, give us some support and stop complaining. I'm sure the chairman's going to absolutely love that. How is the chairman doing? How are you doing? I've let you down recently. We needed to stay in the cup. That was like the third round. That is crazy. Surely we got like some decent money from appearing in the cup. I mean, we have a bit more money than a couple of weeks ago. I guess that's the important thing that we can take from this, really. So a bit of a mishmash episode. I think these are going to be mishmash. We're probably going to try and run through to the end of the season as quick as possible, maybe throughout the rest of the next episode. We've got a number of games left, but the instant result button is looming large. So if you've enjoyed that, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.